Alrighty, what is up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. Today is January the 12th. Super solid day here in the markets. Had a pretty good read. Looking for that gap fill back towards the upside on the major indices. I made $2,700 today on MU. I would have liked to see some more continuation on a couple of these other tickers, but ultimately, it was a nice scalp. Could have been more, but we'll take what we can get. But this is day number two of making these kind of trade recaps. As I mentioned, if you guys don't already know what these are, I'm going to be doing a recap of every single trade that I took. I'm going to try and do these on a daily basis. So hopefully you guys can keep me accountable, but I'm going to do these either I win or I lose. I'm going to be posting these. If I have a break even day, I might post still potentially. But yeah, at least for today, made $2,600 and I'm currently up $27,000 on the month. The reasoning for these videos here as well, I also want to do kind of a challenge where I make $1 million. That's one of my goals this year for specifically this one account. I want to show you guys how the sizing, everything, the executions, the thought process, and what goes into making this type of money. And it's also to keep me accountable here as well. So I'm up $2,000 for today. Let's kind of break down exactly the trade that I took. Let me make myself smaller and let's get into it. So coming into today here for the overall markets, we actually ended up having this gap in the pre-market. So as you can see here, we had a gap down in the overall markets. This was due to Jerome Powell, some news over the weekend. We end up dropping and then coming to market open. One of my main game plans was the potential reclaim right off the bat. If you watched my pre-market prep, I was looking for this potential reclaim above our 622.50. The SPY, the key level here was our 690.50 for a potential reclaim. If you look at the first 5 minutes, kind of tipped its hand. Strong push towards upside. Now we're looking for this gap fill back towards the highs. QQQ, strong push within the first 5 minutes. Now we're looking for this push back up and towards our previous day close. As for some of my main watches, some of the main watches today is, let me actually pull this up so you guys can see. For my game plan, of course, if you guys don't already, if you guys haven't joined my free watch list, I post this every single day in the pre-market. But essentially what I was looking for was, right, I mentioned we had some news that we dropped right back towards our previous day lows. What I like to see is the key levels here on the SPY and Qs. And then I mentioned Google and Amazon are still intact. Tesla in the middle of the range. I mentioned the key, keep an eye out for the key levels. Some of the levels I had marked out on Tesla. 438 along with our previous day highs for continuation. AMD and Nvidia previous day lows was key, and some of my other main watches was MU and Intel. So coming into today here, MU was still intact. This is the trade that I ultimately ended up taking. As you can see, these are my executions right here. Basically, I was going for that 5-minute range retest for a push up and towards our previous day highs and above. Ended up entering on this candle and then ended up scaling up in towards our key levels, which was our 347 and above, and then making $2,700 on this one. What was the thought process? Let me go on to this and let me zoom out. So as you can see here for MU, this one higher time frame, very much bullish. You can see we have a lot of consolidation. Touch here, touch here, touch here. Coming into market open with this gap down, I was looking for this break back towards your all-time highs. So MU, very much bullish. As you can see, we kind of have this flat top forming. I was personally looking for this flat top break for continuation towards the upside. If we now go on to the lower time frames, you can see what I have marked out. I have your pre-market, I think this is your pre-market, yeah, your pre-market highs, and I also had your 5-minute range high here marked out. So we kind of consolidated for the first 5 minutes. Once we broke above our 5-minute range high, you can see this very next candle. We end up having this immediate retest. This is the exact candle I got with a stop just a break below. I got in on this candle formation, looking for your previous day highs and above. In this case, I really want to see some more continuation. Ultimately, I scaled some up into this first initial push since the contracts were moving nicely, but I really wanted to see some continuation above your previous day highs. Unfortunately, we were not able to get that continuation, and I ended up stopping out the rest of my contracts once we broke back underneath this previous day highs pivot point. But it ended up being a nice scalp for the day. I would have wanted to see some more continuation based off this higher time frame thesis, but sometimes we don't get that continuation, which is fine. So that was the trade for today. Nice and easy, one and done. Some other things. Now moving forward, just quickly go over this. QQQ, I'm fairly bullish coming to CPI tomorrow. Higher time frame breakout here on the Qs. So I would like to see kind of this higher time frame break for continuation towards the upside. I am bullish stance coming to CPI tomorrow. Nice kind of opening range. Nice kind of opening drive towards the upside here on the SPY. Key level for the SPY now, of course, is going to be your all-time highs here as well. A couple good looking setups to keep an eye out for. Moving forward, Tesla, right, bounced perfectly right off my key level. So hopefully you guys were able to capitalize that on the pre-market game plan. Other names that I like, Oracle, end up having a nice break above our key levels. Consolidation, break above, nice trend towards the upside. Even TSM, one of our main names that we talked about in the pre-market key level was our 325, nice break above. Now we can expect this to push back up and towards our all-time high. So that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that trade recap. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these. And of course, if you guys enjoyed that, appreciate if you guys drop a like and sub. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Take care, everyone. Peace.